the current crisis impacting your day-to-day retail banking business? What are the opportunities going forward?
On the impact, actually, we see two things. The one I would call is a hard fact thing, the other soft fact. The hard fact is we're seeing a lot of pressure on our deposit margins and revenues in the core retail business due to the strong liquidity provision by the ECB central bank. The other thing is more on the soft side, which we also found very challenging actually, is that people are still reluctant to give banks a lot of trust in our advisors, which makes it very hard for our people actually in the selling process. So what's the opportunity? I guess there are several opportunities. The biggest I see going forward over the next year is technology. That means we can do a lot better use technology still in banks, and a lot of technology companies are showing us how this can be done. And the second is to my former point I made about lack of trust at the moment of banks. I guess we can do a lot to regain this and getting people again buying our products.
How do you see retail banking activities evolving over the next couple of years?
I think the biggest trend, as already mentioned, is technology. That means I think the mobile wave is only starting. At the moment, what most of us do with mobile is purely transactional. And my feeling is, I'm not sure if this will be banks, but there will be a lot of players who will develop new business models at the fringe of retail banking. However, on the other hand, I don't think, will this mean that bank branches will disappear? No, I don't think so. I will think retail banking over the next 10 years won't change too much in terms of physical setup. What I think, however, as I mentioned before, what will be done in bank branches, for example, will be different. There you will only have advisory talks and so on. Will you see a lot of cash transactions in a future bank branch? I don't think so. This will be done by technology.
How are you addressing changing customer needs in terms of marketing and distribution? What role does mobility play here?
What we have done very strongly over the last 2-3 years is actually a quite interesting combination. The one is we invest, interestingly, very heavily into physical branch distribution. That means we are still expanding our network, because at least for core Europe, what is our core market, we still see that people want for buying banking products, they want personal advice. However, as I mentioned before, it's a different setup and format. We having advisory zones. However, in most of our branches, we do transactions ourselves. We have a partner, basically, that's the Austrian Post, who does the transactions for us. So basically, we are shifting how we do banking. And the second is we invested heavily into mobile apps and so on, where we get very good feedback. And the third one is also interesting. We are feeling that people want strong emotional attachment to products. So we, when we sell current accounts today, we sell boxes, and we are seeing that people really like this. If they get a product, they get something which they can really touch and so on.